Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the brand Colors to Carol. I do have their winter quad as well as some extremely late Black Friday polishes to share with you today. I have 7 polishes to look at. As of this moment, they are available right now on her site. So in the description box below, I will link the Colors to Carol site. I will link their Instagram page as well as my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I do also have a coupon code. It's not an affiliate code, it's just 10% off for you as a thank you for watching my video from Carolina. Feel free to use it. You don't have to, but it's there if you want it. So like I said, 7 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So starting with the winter quad, we have Hibernation Station, and this is a teal to purple to green tri-thermal with Aurora Shimmer and Micro Hollow Glitter, as well as Ultra Chrome Chameleon Flakies. So here's our first coat of Hibernation Station. And this is a little sheer here on this first coat. It is going to build up nicely though. The formula on this is really good. Those flakies are all relatively small, so they are nice and evenly spread out. You don't have to do any extra work to get them to spread out evenly across the nail. Here's our second coat, and this is building up nicely in 2 coats. I am going to go in for a 3rd coat for this one though. And as far as these tri-thermals go, thermals in general are always pretty difficult for me to photograph. I'm always way too hot or way too cold to capture in a photo, usually both states. So it's nearly impossible for me to capture all 3. You will see it as it transitions, like it's going the pink here, and I'm going to show how it turns to the green in just a moment. But there are also a bunch of great swatchers that did these, so you can see all 3 states in those areas. So here is a quick look at that transition, and there is 3 coats. Up next we have Wool Mittens, and this is a dark gray to medium gray to mauve pink tri-thermal with Aurora Shimmer, Micro Hollow Glitter, and Ultra Chrome Chameleon Flakies. So here's our first coat of Wool Mittens, and this one is also a little bit sheer on the first coat. It is again going to build up good. The formula on this is again really good. It's actually a little bit, these thermals, as far as Colors to Carol's formulas in general go, they're on the thinner side, but they're not difficult to work with. They don't have any running or pooling. So here's our second coat, and this does build up completely in 2 coats for me. Depending on your application, you could go in for a 3rd. These are all going to dry down pretty dull, so you want a glossy top coat for that reason, but nothing in here dries textured, and nothing in here is difficult to remove. And again, those flakies will lay nice and smooth across the nail. And here is just a quick transitional state. Like I was saying, I couldn't get out of my cold state today. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have my favorite snow shovel, and this is a magenta to pink to hot pink tri-thermal with Aurora Shimmer, Micro Hollow Glitter, and Ultra Chrome Chameleon Flakies. Here's our first coat of my favorite snow shovel. And this one is pretty opaque on the first coat, not completely opaque. I am going to go in for a 2nd coat, but I would say out of the 4 thermals, this one is the most opaque. Again, a good formula on this, no running or pooling, a little bit on the thinner side, but not difficult to work with whatsoever. And you get probably the most flakies out with this one. So this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Again, it's going to dry down a little dull, so you want a glossy top coat for that reason, but it's not to hide any kind of texture. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. You shouldn't need a peel off base coat or pure acetone when taking this off. And here is a quick look at the transitional state. So there's 2 coats. And lastly, from the winter quad, we have Baby's First Sled, and this is a light purple to medium purple to dark purple tri-thermal with Aurora Shimmer, Micro Hollow Glitter, and Ultra Chrome Chameleon Flakies. Here's our first coat of Baby's First Sled. This one again is quite sheer on the first coat. It is again going to build up really well. The formula on this is the same as the last ones. Very easy to work with, no running or pulling. It does feel a little bit on the thinner side, but it's not difficult to use. Here's our 2nd coat, and this is building up well in 2 coats. I am going to go in for a 3rd coat with this one. The flakies that are in here are a little bit larger, so you might want to manipulate them a little bit just to get them to spread out nice and evenly on the nail, but it's not difficult whatsoever. Here's our 3rd coat, and this does cover completely in 3 coats for me. Once again, it's going to dry down a little dull, so you want a glossy top coat to finish it off. But just like the rest of them, nothing dries textured, nothing is difficult to remove. So there is the transitional period and 3 coats. So moving on to their Black Friday polishes, I am only going to show the 1 nail swatches of these because I am very late on them and I'm not entirely sure that they are still available. But up first we have A Few Days Off, and this is a clear base packed with teal glitter in various shapes and sizes. So here is 1 coat A Few Days Off over OPI's March in Uniform. A great formula, spreads out nice and evenly across the nail. You'll want a top coat to smooth this out, and if you build it up on its own, it'll be difficult to remove. Up next we have Camping in Line, and this is a black jelly with Aurora Shimmer and holographic micro flakies. Here's our first coat of Camping in Line. The formula on this is fantastic, very easy to work with, easy to use. A little sheer on the first coat. It is going to build up well though. So here's our second coat, and I am going to go ahead and do 3 coats for this one. This is going to dry down on the dull side, so you'll want a glossy top coat for this one and to hide any texture that those little holographic glitters create. This one takes a little bit of scrubbing to remove, but nothing a peel-off base coat should need, so there is 3 coats. And lastly for today we have Wintery Frosting, and this is a clear base with a mix of white and silver holographic glitter. And here's 1 coat of Wintery Frosting over OPI's Dreams Need Clarification. A great formula, spreads out nice and evenly. Those snowflakes are easy to avoid if you don't want them, but they are easy to grab if you do. This one's going to dry pretty textured, so you want a glossy top coat for that reason, and it'll be a little difficult to remove. So from the Winter Quad, Wool Mittens is my favorite. I love the gray that this goes to. I love every single transitional state. I also feel like the flakies that are in this stand out the most in all 3 states, as opposed to, I mean, they did in the other ones, but I feel like it just kind of shone out of this one, so I really, really like that. But then from the Black Friday polishes, Wintery Frosting is so beautiful. Like, if you can get this, I highly, highly recommend. This looks really, really beautiful over just about anything. I put it over about 100 things on a swatch wheel before I decided on layering it over the dark blue. But it did look really, really nice and wintry over that blue. It looks really good over everything. And if you didn't want these large snowflakes, it is seasonally appropriate year-round with the holographic and the white glitter. It's just very versatile. I really, really like this. So Wintery Frosting is my favorite from the Black Friday. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.